During this Friday night of major junior hockey, and the Majors have been very successful in that regard this year, attracting a lot of the minor hockey teams to Maple Leaf Gardens for a night out in the famous hockey building to watch major junior hockey. And they're seeing a good game here tonight, the Generals and the Majors in a close one. And now an altercation along the boards. Mark Popovic has lost his helmet. He's skated away from this thing. And Chris Boucher, the policeman, has stepped in, excusing Popovic from the proceedings. And that's the way it works in hockey. You don't let your star players fight these crazy battles. And Popovic will go to the penalty box. And Boucher right in the middle of it. And Boucher, one of the guys who will always step in and intervene. And there's Jeff Doyle. You know, he wants a piece of this action.
Well, you know, smart move on Mark Popovic's part, you know, just going to the penalty box or getting out of the fray there, as we see. You know, he's not one of the guys to get in the heavy traffic when the play is stopped. You know, he's a heavy traffic guy when it's going on, but at this point here, let the others talk about it.
Well, Mark Popovic, we've talked about him at length in the past, a blue chip NHL prospect. Second year in this league. He's a late 82 birth, so he's not draft eligible in June, but he will be next year as a third-year player, and pretty much a sure thing to play in the CHL Prospects game. He's in the OHL All-Star game with the Hershey Center this year, as we see him caught up along the boards. And he's known as an offensive defenseman, but he's a very strong blue liner. Good size, 6 and change, good balance, and he's not afraid to stick his nose into things, and not so much to rough it up, but he fights for that puck. Very strong, defending the zone, aggressively tries to work it out. He can skate it out if he needs to. He can work the power play, and there you see him, fourth in St. Mike's scoring with 35 points. So some modest offensive numbers, but I think that's a lot to do with the fact he is very cognizant of his defensive responsibilities as well.
Well, yes, he's very deceiving in terms of strength. He doesn't look that big, but I mean, he's a tenacious one with his extremely good athleticism, his balance. I mean, he's able to push a lot of people around. You know, he's not one to make the big crashing hits, but there's a lot of body contact that goes on with Mark Popovic, easing the player, you know, off the puck and into the boards.
Keith Delaney, the Majors' leading scorer, and if you watch Popovic in his own zone, you'll see he's very aware of what's going on around him. Sometimes you can almost see him covering for the other defenseman at times as he'll leave his man and go to a weak point, but he's